Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with JaMika Odell and Felicia Carrington. The two of you have been together for 3 years, engaged for the last 7 months, but you can't seem to work it out. You're living together, but you don't want to live together anymore. And Ms. Odell, you want Ms. Carrington to pay you a certain amount of money based upon the things that have happened in the house, and we will talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Ms. Odell, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what's going on and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, Your Honor, we're here today because I'm not happy with how I look. There's been a lot of insecurities that have built in me because of things that Felicia has said or done. To go back, Your Honor, I actually used to be a size 14, and I ended up having liposuction and graft facting to my bottom area.
Oh, so there you go.
Yes. So my before,
there,
my
and then
after.
you went there.
Yes, ma'am. And I was very comfortable at my size 8. When I was a size 8, we argued less. I didn't hear so much about other females anymore. And then, of course, as we kind of went down, we started arguing more. So I started gaining more weight because I started eating more. We have children, so I'm taking care of them. I didn't have time for myself anymore. And then that's when we started again, where it seemed like she was very unhappy with how I looked. And so I got suckered into that. With that being said, it seems like we argue more on my physical features, on the fact that I don't have a big enough butt or that I'm not small enough. You're looking right now, Your Honor, I have on an actual shape-shifting girdle. So it does.
We all have a shape-shifter on. All of us.
Well, it makes things smoother, and I do feel a little bit better when I'm wearing it. So, you know, it's just that I want her to be happy with what I look like, but it seems like we have problems with that. For example, I can tell you she was a part of a lesbian chat group on social media, and instead of actually showing off this beautiful woman that she's so in love with, she showed off my goodies in the group. Yeah, my goodies.
Ms. Carrington, are you obsessed with the physicality of your woman, and do you make her feel insecure if it's not exactly what you want?
No, I don't feel like I do. I mean, I tell her she's beautiful all the time, every day, 50 times a day. She hears it from everybody. We go out places.
But I don't want it from everybody. I want it from you.
Ms. Odell.
You get it from me. You get it from me on a daily basis.
Have you
don't
ever said anything about her size? Her physical? Never, not one time?
Nothing negative.
Nothing negative?
Nothing negative.
So, Ms. Odell, she says she's never said anything. Now, think about it. Is it what you're assuming she's thinking based upon what you think about the way you look, or is she actually saying things to you about the way you look?
Your Honor, I'll say it's indirect. So it's more so we see somebody walking by, or, you know, she'll say, oh, look at her ass. Or she'll say, you know, she's built nicely. Or, you know, I remember when you used to, or my ex-girlfriend this or that. I don't need that. I don't care about your ex-girlfriend. I'm the current girlfriend. I'm the current fiance. Let's work on that. And to me, I take that at heart. It may not mean that, she may not say it directly, but that's how I take it.
That's how you take it. Ms. Carrington, are you comparing her to others?
No, I wouldn't say that I'm comparing her to others. I mean, we go places all the time and we both make comments on how other people look. So I don't understand why it's an issue if I make a comment on how someone looks, but she can make a comment on how someone looks. So it's just, it's a flipping thing. It's like, in a way, it's not my problem that you're so insecure because I tell you all the time how beautiful you are. If we can sit somewhere and both comment on how someone looks, why is it a problem if I comment separately?
That I'm insecure, but yet there's comments that are being made or there's things that are said or done that make you feel that way. I don't even feel comfortable having my clothes off when the lights are on.
What does she say, though? Because so far, she's denying that she does that at all. You say she's, oh, look at this beautiful woman, but she tells me you do that too, do you?
Well, we do that together. We will say together.
Okay, so what does she do that is
she'll reference back to that size 8. Oh, that size 8 girl is beautiful. That size 8 girl, whatever.
Does she say that to you?
Yes. Yes.
So when she looks at a picture when that size 8 girl was beautiful, she actually does that.
She's actually done that because I bring up my size a lot that I'm uncomfortable with it. So we do talk about our size, just like she's insecure on what's lipo as well.
I think it's you. I think that no matter what she says, you know, if you wear purple glasses, everything you see is going to be purple. And you are wearing I don't like how I look glasses. So anything that she says or does that could remotely be interpreted as a ding on your size, that's how you take it.
Well, that's probably everyone.
I understand that you had liposuction at one point.
Yes.
And it didn't turn out too well.
It did not.
What happened?
I actually suffered with an infection afterwards. Basically, I swole up twice my size. I had to stay in the hospital for almost a week and was under antibiotic therapy during that time frame.
Have you always had issues with your size? You know, and take a little out of here, put it back there?
No, before my kids, I actually liked my size. It was after my kids that I started struggling with that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But that's your struggle.
It is my struggle. It's just that I don't take the things that she says to me that she's insecure about herself, and I never flip it on her, or I never bring up any reference. Because to her, she was smaller when we first dated as well, and I never bring that back up, even though she will. Anytime that we've had an argument before, and during the argument, she'll tell me that just because you're not happy with yourself, there are things that you can change with yourself. There's things that you could definitely do differently. There's things that why don't you just get up and exercise?
I think that's probably in response to, there are things you can do differently because you want to do, because I know you want to do more plastic surgery.
I do.
And she's probably already weak in the knees behind that liposuction you did because it almost killed you. So when you keep going on about that, finally she gets frustrated and says, there's things you could do. You could actually exercise.
But, Your Honor, if that's the case, then why does she want to do lipo? She wants to do the same thing.
Do you want to do liposuction?
Yeah, I did want to do liposuction on my stomach area. Yes, I did. And the reason I wanted to do it is because I have embarrassing moments when we go places with our kids and I can't fit in a seat. Mm-hmm. So I have to be the one to stay back while they go and do everything else.
So is that not a double standard?
Go out, get some gym shoes, and but that's healthy. Drink more water. You know what I mean? It's better than surgery. It's cheaper and everything. So
I wake up one day and I get a phone call from work and I need something to write on. So I go grab a notebook that's on her side of the bed, and when I pull it out, it's a 10-page letter between her and a female that she works with. So if you're in a relationship, then who in their right mind would write a 10-page letter to another female?
So, Ms. Carrington, why do you believe Ms. O'Dell cheated on you with a coworker?
Because, I find too many things or I see too many things. So, for instance, I wake up one day and I get a phone call from work and I need something to write on. So I go grab a notebook that's on her side of the bed, and when I pull it out, it's a 10-page letter between her and a female that she works with. So, therefore,
what did the letter say?
Just how she enjoyed her time out with the girl and how she's in love with the girl's body and just the physicality of the girl. And it's just like, if you're in a relationship, then who in their right mind would write a 10-page letter to another female?
Did you write it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did write it.
And in that letter, did you say things that would not be appropriate for a person in a committed relationship to say?
We need to back up because she understands what the letter was. At the time, she was doing a bunch of things that she shouldn't have been doing. That was being brought to my attention. Right. There was a bunch of things that were being not just said, but shown to me through social media. So therefore, this coworker that she's referring to and I decided to write a letter back and forth to each other. The part of it that makes what she, I guess, just leaves out is that it's left out. If I'm doing this in between somebody else, why would I leave it out? Yeah. The whole intention was for her to find it in the drawer that she found it in. So she finds the letter, and then we even go back, and that coworker actually volunteered to talk to her to say, this is why she did this, because she wanted you to feel a certain kind of way that you don't feel whenever she's doing all of the things she's doing.
Well, tell me what she's been doing.
So she's been on social media and she's entertaining different chicks. She's telling them compliments, the same, they're beautiful compliments, and everything she tells me. I felt no different from any other girl that she could walk up to.
The same
I
way
felt
you
like
felt no different
she
with the girl
just
in the letter,
basically
right? And you told her the
played
same
me
things you
or whatever
tell
the
me?
whole time because I was taking care of her. Because I was working, she wasn't. She was pretending to be working, but she wasn't working, which is what we come to find out later. I'm taking care of her daughter. I never did any of that expecting anything from her other than to be loyal.
Were you flirting with folks on Facebook and whatnot? And were you telling her that you were working when you're not working?
Yeah, I did. It was some innocent Facebook flirting. Yeah, I've admitted to that. She knows that. We've discussed that, so that's nothing new. So,
just because it isn't new doesn't mean it isn't hurtful. That's number one. And number two, if you're with a woman who's insecure, the last thing you need to do is to feed that insecurity by telling other women that they're beautiful. That's like, oh, this is where she's weak. Bam!
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then wonder why she does weird stuff. because she's been injured, okay?
Yes,
Why
Your Honor.
did you pretend you were working and you weren't?
Well, in the beginning, I was working, and then I wasn't, and it was just one of those things I didn't really feel comfortable in coming out telling her that I wasn't working.
What was it about being unemployed that you couldn't tell the woman that you love, this is what happened to me?
It was a pride thing. Like I said, it was just something I wasn't used to not working. So to not work, in my eyes, it looked, I guess, kind of lame. Like I'm lame, I'm not working, she's working, we've got the kids. So it was just a thing that I wasn't ready to tell her, so I didn't.
I got it. I understand.
We're supposed to take a trip to Florida together. Her plan, not mine. We get to the airport. She lets me dress up, get down to the airport, lets us get into the airport and look like a complete idiot in front of everybody in line because the lady says, oh, we've been trying to contact you, let you know it was insufficient funds, that the tickets were never purchased.
Ms. O'Dell, you say Ms. Carrington is verbally abusive. Why don't you tell me about that?
Your Honor, when she gets upset, it's a completely different person. I tell her all the time that when I look into her eyes when she's mad, it's like you don't see anything but darkness. She'll turn around and she'll say some of the most cutthroat things to get under your skin. She just wants a rise from you. She can call me a bitch, she can call me a hoe, she can call me anything, things she knows is untrue, just because she's upset. And so then she goes into these spurts of, like, you know, yelling at me and screaming at me. And even though it's not physically, it's just as detrimental as it is if she was putting her hands on me.
Okay, Ms. Carrington, do you call her a B? Do you call her an H? Do you call her...
Yeah, I do when I get upset, the same way that she says things when she's upset. We both say things. We both say hurtful things. We say things that we both regret. I mean, to me, yeah, I have called her the B word. I've called her a hoe. I've called her, I mean, any word that you can think of.
I've called her.
When someone's upset.
Right.
I've called her that. And I regret a lot of things that I say to her when I'm upset. But she does the same exact thing. So she can't tell me I'm verbally abusive when she does things too. We can get in an argument and she'll look at me and tell me I'm the worst mistake, that she shouldn't be with me, and all this. So to me, it's like a game of back and forth. So don't pin something on me when you do the same exact thing.
I don't say she's the worst mistake. I can think of a million mistakes I've made that are worse than that. But for you to turn around and say that you've made these changes and then turn around and continue to do the same things.
Well, what is she continuing to do?
The lying, the keeping things from me.
What does she lie about?
She's lied about so much. For instance, I have a perfect story for you. We're supposed to take a trip to Florida together. Her plan, not mine. She decides it's a couple months. I'm doing a countdown on social media, excited to go. We get to the day of the supposed to take off. We get to the airport. She lets me dress up, get down to the airport, lets us get into the airport and look like a complete idiot in front of everybody in line because the lady says, oh, we've been trying to contact you, let you know it was insufficient funds, that the tickets were never purchased. I said,
let her finish, and I'm gonna get to
if it's that easy of a mistake and you're saying that you paid for the tickets, pull up your bank statement and show them on your phone that you paid for the tickets. She never would pull it up. It was always, oh, my account doesn't work, or oh, I can't log in, or oh, I can't do this. But the lady said, we sent multiple emails telling you that the tickets never went through.
Ms.
So did we go? No.
What do you say happened?
The lady didn't come off top saying, oh, it was insufficient funds, first of all. We had everything that we needed, and I'm sorry, but an air flight anywhere is not going to send you confirmation of something if you did not pay for it, period. I had no cancellation. I had no insufficient funds.
What happened?
That's all the lady said. Well, we tried to contact you. One lady says that. Then another guy says, well, no, because you have all the confirmation stuff here. So obviously it went through because you were able to receive confirmation. So I've already paid this money. She gets upset because she says, well, how about we just pay for another ticket now? No, because I've already spent money on these tickets. So why am I going to go spend again for the same exact tickets that I've already purchased?
Right. So there was a mistake on their on their behalf.
Yes.
Why do you think it was a lie? It sounds like a perfectly...
No, it wasn't, because
perfectly
when they
airline-like snafu.
No, when I talked to them later, because I did go back and I looked into it more because it didn't make sense to me. As much as my family works with airlines and we have people in that industry, I've never heard of this. She turns around and tells me that she got the confirmation number. You're right. When you purchase it and it's pending, you do get a confirmation number for the tickets or whatever. She got that. But then she got an email following it a couple of days later that stated that the transaction didn't go through. And so therefore, that's the part she wasn't given.
I got it. Woo!
Yeah.
Do you want to stay with her?
I love her with my entire heart. I've never loved anybody the way that I love her. I've never loved anybody that way.
Do you want to stay with her?
Yeah.
Well, let me try and help you. Ms. Odell, you want $900 from Ms. Carrington. I'm hoping that the relationship can be saved, but if you leave, you want $900. Tell me why.
So part of her wanting to contribute was her wanting to take over some of the bills in the house. And so I did. I gave her the cheapest bill in the house, which was the utility bill, the electric bill. And I thought she was, and here's these lovely confirmation numbers again, that she made up and gave to me, and she told me she was paying it. 3 months down the road, my lights are off. And I'm trying to figure out why they're off. So I called to my company, and they tell me, now mind you, I've been with them for 7 years in great standing. I call down there and they tell me that Miss Carrington has made phone calls asking for extensions every month. And every time that they've talked to her, I even listened to audio at the time from the representative where she was talking to them saying that we had a flood in our area and so her paycheck was late and so she needed an extension there, or that she was going to get an assistance check from a company.
I got the idea, Miss Carrington. She's got a lot of specifics there where you're paying fast and loose with the utility bill and taking them on a merry ride as to why you didn't pay it.
It was more than just the utility bill, and there was other instances that came up where she would swear I didn't pay it, but it's all proved that it was paid. So yes, there were some things that
do you have proof that she didn't pay it?
I do have the bills that I ended up paying out of my account.
So did you take the utility room? Did you make all those excuses? Because those are very specific.
I called and asked for extensions, yes, because I didn't have it. So I did the right thing by.
Did you tell her you didn't have it?
No.
Or were you still telling her that you had a job that you didn't have?
I just called in and asked.
And she gave me confirmation numbers.
Ego is a crazy thing. Ego, you know, they say pride goeth before the fall. That's, you know why? Because it's true. Ego it's absurd. Your ego didn't allow you to tell her, I can't do it. And that's what a partner's about. I screwed up. I can't do it. I was wrong. Whoops. Okay, baby, let's keep it moving. Listen, that was agreement. You guys were holding a house together. She doesn't owe you that $900. You owe the utility company that amount of money. She can get a job that would be fine to repay you, but that's not an obligation that she has to you that you can recover in court. It just isn't. I wish you all the best. I really do, but you got to get past this ego and insecurity, or y'all ain't gonna make it, not only with each other, but with anybody else. And so there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
As far as her losing her job and her taking that to heart and not feeling comfortable with coming to me, I can see that because I know that she does suffer with wanting to be the dominant one or the breadwinner in the family. And so I didn't think that maybe it affected her that much because she didn't show it.
I feel after today that I'm more comfortable in expressing things with JaMika that I wouldn't express to her before. And it takes a huge weight off my shoulder because I can communicate those things to her.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Andrea Colton and Quentin Coleman. The two of you have been together for 4 years, engaged for 1.5. You've got a wedding date set. You gave me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I find that your union is ill-advised. You have some concerns and consternation, so you've come to me to get my opinion. You filled out my compatibility test. Now I just have to find out what's going on. So, Ms. Colton, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why you love him, but you're not sure you want to marry him?
The reason why I love Quentin because he's a caring person, he's loving, and that's okay. Why don't you start? Well, so why are you here? Good guy, nice looking. How come we're not halfway down the aisle already? Because of cheating and security.
Who's cheating? Him or you?
Both.
Now I don't know who to yell at. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how you two came to be together, a little bit about your background, so I can get an idea of what kind of lives I'm trying to combine here.
Me and Quentin met 4 years ago through one of my family members. And we started off as friends, and then later on made a relationship. We, got into a relationship, and then.
But I understand that prior to all of this, you've had a very rocky past in your relationships. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your romantic history?
Like before Quentin, I was in a previous relationship where things weren't always good. I mean, I had been through a lot, like as far as abuse and name calling, and so I was like a little overweight at the time, and so I lost weight, left the relationship alone, and moved on.
Well, good for you, because that's not always an easy thing to do. That isn't always an easy thing to do. Mr. Coleman, where do you see, I take it what she said so far is accurate with respect to the way you met, correct?
Yeah.
What concerns do you have about this relationship?
Well, I just hope that we'll be able to work through things, minor problems that come up between us. Won't let minor things become such big arguments between us. And just work through things and be happy together. I just like for when we're happy and together, because there's really nothing wrong with us. It just seems like small things get in the way.
I saw a few big things. I mean, I don't know. I understand. Why don't you tell me about the time the couch got lit on fire? That to me is a big thing.
Okay, me and Quentin was supposed to be watching one of our sons, and he wasn't there when I made it to drop my son off, so he said drop him off at his mama's house. But I ain't want to do that, and so I was mad, and we was arguing, and so I went in, put lighter fluid everywhere. I put lighter fluid everywhere in the house. And so I got a little scared, so I decided to just bring the couch cushions outside and set it afire.
Mr. Coleman?
Yeah.
Did all that, I take it that happened, because nobody would make that up and tell that on themselves if it wasn't true, because it's absolutely a bizarre and ridiculous thing to do.
Yeah, she had broken my house before at that time. She broke out the windows. It was a rough time.
I gotta say, Mr. Coleman,
Yeah.
she does a lot of stuff. Aren't you a little scared of her? I mean, she lights stuff on fire. I mean, there's certain things that we're going to go through, but a person who can't. Now, if you were sleeping with a sister in the house, I could see her, I can't see it, but I could grok it a little bit. But she got mad about where you were going to drop off the son to the extent she was going to light the whole house on fire. Doesn't that concern you?
Yes, it concerns me, but I mean, honestly, it's something that she's been working on since then. I mean, I'd be beating her if I said she hadn't been working on it. It's something she's working on. It concerns me, but it's something that I see will get past. I can live with.
What was the problem with you not wanting to drop his son off someplace else? Did you have problems with where he was going to go?
I feel like he was somewhere where he ain't had no business.
Oh, so you think he was cheating?
Yes.
So it wasn't really about dropping the kid off. It was about why he couldn't take care of him.
Yeah, why he wasn't there when he's supposed
thing.
to been there, yeah.
Have you ever caught him cheating on you?
I done found text messages and other things like that. I mean, but never physically.
Yeah. What were the worst text messages you saw?
Can I come chill? And
Can I come chill?
Yeah, and she came.
Is that the time you busted out all the windows with the stick? Was that the message that made you bust out all the windows with the stick?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, to be completely, I mean, we were still together, but it was technically during like a breakup period. Really, like it was a period.
You were on a break.
We was on a break, but we wasn't on a break.
Still like together. We were staying separate.
I don't understand this break business. Somebody needs to get me a rule book and figure out what it means to be on a break. What does it mean to be on a break?
I mean, we had separated, and we were staying in separate houses. And so one night I came over to just to come over and be with him or whatever like that. And I can't remember why.
You went over there to have sex, right?
Yeah.
Okay, help me out, because I don't understand.
And I don't know how the story came up, but he had started acting funny and stuff, like towards me. And we was arguing about another female, and he was like, I ain't been texting her and all this and all that. So then he opened up his phone, and I see that text message about that female, and so now I'm mad, and so...
We got a stick and broke the windows out.
I was just go ballistic and just bust out all the windows and.
Aren't you at all frightened?
Nah. I think she was probably, well, to give you more background on it, during the break thing came in a period where, you know, she said and acted like she didn't want me. And so, you know, I accepted it, I swallowed it, and I didn't never talk to any of the ladies physically or nothing, but, you know, I stepped back out in the game, I guess. And once she found out, I guess, other women was interested in me, I guess she went crazy and ran them off. She ran all of them off.
And I get all that. But don't you worried about, I mean, someone who's like looking to light the house on fire. That to me is like, ooh, I don't want to sleep over there with her. None of that ever.
I mean, not really. I don't know. I can handle it.
You the coolest man I've ever met. You just rock solid over there. You still think he has women on the side that are popping up?
Yes. I mean...
He claims that they're good friends.
But every time we have a problem within our relationship, somehow I always catch him talking to her.
Do you do that? You still think he has women on the side that are popping up. Is that right?
Kinda, sorta, yes. I mean...
He claims that they're good friends.
That's what he claims. But every time
give me your best evidence that they are more than that.
They used to be together.
So this is one particular individual?
Yes.
Do you know who?
The one that keep popping up.
Oh, yes, I think I know who you talking about, but she never really pops up.
But every time we have a problem within our relationship, somehow I always catch him talking to her.
Do you do that?
I mean, it was a close friend that I could talk to. Like, she probably had called us saying, like, hey, how you doing, or something. Like, I know one time my grandmother died. You know, like, sorry to hear your grandmother. Because this was somebody.
That explains one conversation.
I mean, we don't, like,
Thank you.
She's over-exaggerated. We haven't had a bunch of conversations.
Recently, he had.
I mean, even in the past, she might have called or texted me a couple of times, but nothing inappropriate, or it wasn't like.
But are you going to her with, and I'm not accusing you of doing anything inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you, do you go to her with the problems that you're having in your relationship with Ms. Colton over there?
The best way I can explain is an old friend that I stopped communicating with because of her, and every now and then you may happen
You hear from her.
Yeah, and she just seems to catch me every time that I happen to hear from her. But
This so happens. Every time she calls, she happens to be around.
not even necessarily call with every time. Like, I mean, she could tell you if I'm lying, but we was just saying, hey, how you doing, or bye, whatever, and she would happen to catch it and say she's popping up or something.
Yeah.
But
Is that a real fear? I mean, are you really worried that he's with that woman? I don't think he is.
I mean, that and, like, the real fear is, like, our financial problem and, like, I mean, I trust him now.
Tell me about the financial problem. What's the issue with the money?
It's just basically I want security, like, to make sure, like, if I was to get fired from my job, that, you know, he'll be able to take care.
Well, what is his current employment situation?
He's an entrepreneur, so.
That's unemployed with ideas. Are you unemployed with ideas?
no, I pay the bills.
You pay the bills?
I get her everything she asked for.
Does he make money?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Does he make decent money?
Bills, yes. Yes.
So why are you so worried about
economics? Because of the pay is like, like a couple years ago we had a miscarriage and it was like he had went into this depression, which I was too, but both of us deal with it separately. And so when he went into this depression, he just stopped everything. Had brought more problems within our relationship, financially and emotionally.
But even during that time, though, I still.
But you say he had a T-shirt business and he wouldn't distribute the flyers and he tried to renovate and sell old houses, couldn't do that. You know, is it one failure after another, or is he actually bringing home money from these different ventures?
He's actually bringing home money. Like, as far as with the T-shirt thing, it was like, he said he wanted to start it in the flyers. He wanted to start this T-shirt business. And so he saved up his money to get the equipment, and then once you get the equipment, it's...
He just... Do you lose steam after you go to the ramp-up of a new entrepreneurial experience? And then,
I just happened to take a loss on that one because me and my friend, we had a party event coming up and we needed cash to do something, so I just, used it. But the weather ended up being bad, so we ended up lost on the party. But I just took a small loss on that.
I'm gonna help you out here, Mr. Coleman. I'm gonna give a small but spirited defense of the entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs lose 5 times, hit once. And if you want the big money and the big hit or somebody to do really well, those are going to be the entrepreneurs. The guys that go out there, they take a risk, and, if something of his takes off, you're going to be all on it for the ride. But you also have to be on it for the startup. And the startup sometimes doesn't work. Sometimes this doesn't work, sometimes that doesn't work, sometimes the other thing doesn't work, but it's only got to have one thing that works, and then you're good to go. So as long as he's bringing home some money, he's not just blithely going out there, blinging and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't
so
think
you gotta back him up. You gotta back his play.
Everything he do, I support him. The reason why Quentin is for me because he's caring. You can be mean as ever to him. I could be punched him in the face, do whatever, and he'll still give me whatever I want.
And I can light the house on fire, he gets over it. It's okay.
Nah, he was mad.
That's what you're telling me. Here's what I'm going to do. This is a before your vows, and I always got to have both sides of the story. Now I know the problems. I want to know the good stuff. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Now, Miss Colton, listen to me. There are rules to this thing. Let's get this right. I want 30-second profession of love for this man over here. I don't want any complaints. I don't want any ands, buts, when, maybe. I want you to give me 30-second sales job on why this man right there is the one for you. Go.
The reason why Quentin is for me because he's caring. You can be mean as ever to him. I could be punched him in the face, do whatever, and he'll still give me whatever I want or take the time out to love me. He's a loving person. I mean, he's just a caring person, and that's the good thing about him. Like, he's a caring person, and I love him, and he...
Now, Mr. Coleman, that woman just said over there, I can abuse him and he'll take it.
But
that's
not
basically
saying
what she said.
though.
No, she don't mean that I take it and just sit there. And...
I mean, like,
I don't believe you're a punk or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm thinking like,
hold on to the grudge or be mad long about it.
Like, and I can light the house on fire. He gets over it. It's okay.
Nah, he was mad.
That's what you're telling me. I bust out the windows. He sweeps it up. It's fine. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm not.
Well, tell me something else.
He's a loving person.
He is.
He's a
that I can say. He's a very loving person.
He stand up for what he believes in, and if he believes in it, he's headstrong in it, and I admire that about him. He's very intelligent, and any question I ask him, he can answer it. And if he don't know the answer to it, he will find it. And he is a good person.
Mrs. Colton, you crazy as they can be, but you get an A+. That was a great profession of love. I'm scared of you. I ain't gonna go nowhere in a room alone with you or anything like that. But that was an A+ profession of love. Mr. Coleman, you got a high hurdle there. Why is Miss Colton the woman for you?
Well, Miss Colton the one for me because, like she said, I love her regardless. Even when I want to hate her, I still love her. And we like two sides of the same coin. We like complete opposites, but we have so much in common. A lot of times when I'm thinking a statement, she'll say it or vice versa. We really, we play well off each other and get along. And I don't know, like you said, she's crazy as I can be, but I just love her for some reason, so.
Joe, I do believe this is a first. 2 A+ professions of love right in front of me. Well done, people. I'm going to look at your compatibility test, then we're going to talk about what I think y'all ought to do. When I first reviewed your paperwork and your compatibility test and your history and what was going on, I was all prepared to print out a boarding pass for you. To get you on a plane, first thing smoking. But you guys came out here and in some way, shape, or form delighted me. I don't know how you managed it, but you did. You read a little bit like a doormat, but clearly that's not the case. You're just a man so comfortable in his own skin that even the house on fire don't scare you. Whether or not that's security or insanity, I don't know. but I appreciate it for what it is. Ms. Colton, you got a good man over here. And I want you to always remember that. You know, you say you've been abused in the past and that people made fun of you and that you were... Don't let what those bad people said to you and did to you and made you feel about yourself make you so insecure that you have to cause chaos in his life. Because he didn't deserve it. He didn't do it. And you always know when you're lighting something on fire or breaking it with a stick, it's those little people that tried to hurt you that are making you do that, and it's not him. So always remember, every time you defeat your temper, every time you conquer your anger, you are defeating those people who chose to treat you badly. So look at it that way. You can't change your past, but you can redefine it. It can be the reason that you're better tomorrow. It could be something that you can stand up on and jump over the moon instead of letting it lean on you. You with me on that? So,
Yes,
Mr. Coleman, I'm going to give you this marriage license and ask you to please take this woman, get her in the house, lock the door, and keep her away from us. This matter is adjourned.
I feel good today. Well, we feel good today by getting Judge Lynn blessings on getting married. It's something we was hoping that we were here, so now it's confirmed.
Yes, I'm happy today with the judge's decision. She said everything I thought she would probably say. Yeah, I'm just glad we can go and get married now.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here today because my husband is an alcoholic and is driving our family apart.
She nags me to the point I want to drink.
His DUI's been hard on me, been hard on the kids.
I've had numerous DUIs, high-speed chases, done a lot of time in jails, being away from my children, some cheating involved.
I was mad at Jeff, so I revenge cheated.
She got back at me by bringing somebody I didn't care too much about and sleeping with them.
Jeff, I want you to get the drinking under control.
I want the judge to explain to her two wrongs don't make a right, especially when you're trying to work a marriage out.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jeff Miller and Helena Miller. The two of you have been married for 10 years and have 3 children together. You do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Miller, you are done and through because of an ongoing issue and problem. And I'm going to start with Mr. Miller and have him tell me why you're here in divorce court today.
Well, me and the wife have been going through a lot of issues since we've been married. From day one, when we met at a bar. And I'm kind of an alcoholic. It's
Kinda?
Yeah. It's been ongoing for years and years before I met her.
You sober right now?
Yeah.
You had to think about it.
Well,
You had a sip, though.
Well, a little hungover, but yeah.
A little hungover,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Is it owning you, Mr. Miller?
Probably so, yeah.
Okay. Mrs. Miller, does the alcohol own him?
Yes, it is.
Tell me what's going on.
Well, we're here because his drinking is driving our marriage and family apart. I mean, he had multiple DUIs.
How many is multiple?
Like 8 or something like that.
8 DUIs.
Yep.
Couple high-speed chases.
Do you recall any of that stuff, like the high-speed chase? You remember that? You're not a blackout drunk? You remember what's going on?
For the most part, yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would ask you what you're thinking, but that's a stupid question because you were drunk and not thinking. Mrs. Miller, tell me what other things has occurred as a function of his drinking?
Just lying and in and out of jails and rehabs multiple times.
How many rehabs?
I lost count.
Do you know how many times you've been in rehab, Mr. Miller?
Throughout my life, probably, I don't know, 10, 11
10 times?
Yeah.
How long is the longest you ever stayed in one rehab?
Close to a year.
1 year. And how long did you stay sober after you got out?
Not long.
Not long?
No.
Like within the month or?
not even a month, no.
Did you know he was a drinker when you married him?
Yes, I did. Okay. I didn't realize how bad.
So tell me some stories about, because I want Mr. Miller to hear from you the ongoing nature of the disaster he has created in your life.
Well, it's just hard for me to trust him and everything. He broken the trust and everything, and just the drinking, how he missed birthdays and holidays with our kids, got family members that he gets into arguments with. And
do you have any concerns about him drinking around the children or how his drinking is affecting the children?
My only concern about his drinking around the kids is their attitudes, because they don't really show him respect and they disrespect him, but I think it's because they're hurt by him not being there in their lives.
So he's not there because he's in jail.
Yeah,
for
jail,
DUIs.
yeah.
How long have you spent, the longest time you spent in jail for DUI?
A little over 3 years. I just got out
3 years.
5 months ago, yeah.
You just got out 5 months ago, and you're drinking again?
No.
How old were you when you started drinking?
13, 14.
13 or 14. What were the circumstances? Was it the thing to do with your crowd? Was it you were sneaking booze from the cabinet?
No, I really didn't have a crowd. I lived with my grandmother, and she took medications and stuff like that, and I was kind of like on my own, so I did what I wanted to,
Just free to be.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's something that happened to you, or some way that you feel, or something that's going on in your head that you think caused the alcohol?
Honestly, I've asked that question several times in all the rehabs that I've been through. I've been through the substance abuse treatment part of it. I've been through the other part of it, like therapeutic community type stuff. You know what I mean? And
what'd we find out?
Well, I could say just the parents divorced when I was 8 years old, but I'm like 40 years old now, so I mean that really, I don't think would be a factor or an excuse or whatever you want to call it,
Listen, whatever trauma you had, no matter the nature, there's no designated age by which you get over it. The pain was there, you work with it. So it doesn't mean, what happens to you when you're little matters. You know what I mean? Do you think it was that?
Kind of the separation, yeah. Could be, I guess, I don't know.
You ended up with your grandma, though.
Yeah.
Right. Give me the most painful or hurtful story associated with his drinking that he needs to hear so he can understand the nature of your distress.
The most painful is probably him thinking that just putting everything on my shoulders and the disrespect and how
when you say disrespect, give me a story that shows me how he's disrespectful when he drinks.
Calling me names in front of the kids and just putting me down, calling me fat, ugly.
What's the most difficult thing for you? Is it the children?
It's not that I'm absolutely necessarily trying to do anything to my children, harm them in any way by, you know what I mean?
Mentally, I know you're not trying.
But as far as that goes, I just don't get intoxicated and just start talking nonsense to her. I mean, it usually resolves from us arguing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, about you calling girls in front of me, calling your ex.
That was, I didn't even really call her. I was acting like I did, but that's another issue, but.
But when you were drunk during all these episodes?
Yeah, I never called a girl in front of her. I acted like I did, but I didn't. She's talking about the last week.
Yeah. She's mad about it still. We may have to address it. But what I really want to address is what you think is happening with your children as a not intentionally, but as a function of the fact that they live with a man who lives in a bottle.
I get to drinking sometimes and I think I'm just going to drink a few and then call it a day, but then it, of course, escalates till I'm up till like 2 or 3 o'clock at night.
I don't come home till 5 in the morning.
The saying is, 1 is too many and 20 is never enough.
Right.
You do understand that you can't have one. What do you think is the most negative thing that has occurred with respect to your children as a function of your drinking?
I guess the fighting with my wife, you know, the yelling back and forth in front of them. And
What about that 3 years you spent in jail?
yeah, I'm sure it affected them.
Have you talked to them?
Well, yeah, I have since I've been home. Yeah, I let them
What
know
did
I'm
they
never
say to
going
you?
away.
Yeah, what did they say to you?
My oldest asked me if I was ever going away again. I told her no. You know, I mean, I'm home for good, or I mean, if something happens that me and her split or whatever, then I guess you know, I'm still going to be living in where I'm living. I'm not going to leave town and be out of their lives. You know what I mean? I'm going to be there for them.
You can't hold a job as a function of this.
No.
Tell me how the are you trying? Is it your record? Is it that you can't get there because you're hungover? What's up?
A lot of the jobs, yeah, it's because I was either intoxicated or hungover. I couldn't show up. I mean, I get to drinking sometimes and I think I'm just going to drink a few and then call it a day, but then it, of course, escalates till I'm up till like 2 or 3 o'clock at night, till I pass out or the bar's closed down. And
I don't come home till 5 in the morning.
You understand that, you know, the saying is, you know, one is too many and 20 is never enough.
Right.
You do understand that you can't have one.
Right.
You do I mean, do you fight
really,
that first
yeah.
one, or do you come say, I'm just going to have a couple?
Pretty much, no, it's not going to be just a couple. Sometimes it's, you know, I'll get a 6-pack, but I can't.
So you're
stop.
not fighting at all?
I guess not, I don't know.
I understand he cheated on you once while he was drunk.
Yeah,
Tell me what happened there.
It was a few years back. I guess he was at a bar or something. I guess he met a girl at a bar or something. Me and the kids, we didn't want to deal with him because he'd been drinking for a couple of days. So we stayed over at my family member's house. And he cheated with some girl at the bar. And that led to not trusting, and I was really angry.
Mr. Miller, did that happen?
At that point, I was actually waiting to go to prison on a DUI, and she took off with the kids to her mother's house over an argument, and it was just kind of one of them things. I was kind of...
Well, I'm about to go. I want to have some sex before I leave.
Well, no, it wasn't even like that. No, I wasn't even there to have sex.
I mean, that sounds, I mean,
I wasn't...
Not right, but practical.
No, I mean, practical, but I wasn't there looking for anything like that. I was just there, you know, drinking, socializing, and, you know...
That happened.
It happened.
And then you revenge cheated.
Yes, I did. Probably a couple years ago, I was still upset and angry and sort of want to play the get-even game, want to make Jeffrey hurt like he hurt me.
You're just tired, though, aren't you? I mean,
yeah,
you're just exhausted.
Tired of
you have all the money problems, all the
dealing
kids.
with everything, myself and everything, and why he run around thinking life is one big party, pretty much.
As far as me cheating and this and that, I mean, I have an issue with her being on Facebook with somebody I know that she don't even know, and actually a couple weeks ago I deleted one of the girls she wanted me to delete on my Facebook, which there's nothing going on with her anyways. Okay. Never has been. Nothing even flirtatious or nothing.
Well, I'm going to take a moment, get off the drinking, and let's explore that for a moment so we can see what other contributing factors may apply.
I found out that while Jeff was in rehab this last time, he's the one that was acting like some high school student, passing notes around with some other chick that was in rehab with.
Were you philandering in rehab? So, Mr. Miller, you say she has an active Facebook life that you find distressing. Why don't you elaborate?
It's some guy back home, and he was my friend on Facebook before I went away this last time. While I was incarcerated, she told me, sent her a friend request, and I didn't think nothing of it. You know, I was like, yeah, go ahead, cool, accept it. My daughter's always telling me whenever I'd call from prison that Mommy has been messaging so-and-so, and I'm like, well, who? At first it wasn't a big deal, you know what I mean? She said the guy's name. But the more I kept hearing about it, you know what I mean, I'm like, you know, I didn't really even say nothing about it till I got out, and then I actually seen what was kind of going on, the flirting online.
Online. Ms. Miller, were you flirting online with somebody?
I did not start flirting with him until I found out that while Jeff was in rehab, this last time, he's the one that was acting like some high school student, passing notes around with some other chick that was in rehab with.
Were you philandering in rehab?
He even had her phone number. He even called whenever he went back to, he got out of rehab, went back to jail. He had her phone number and was calling her from jail. At the same time calling me.
Is that right?
When I got violated and they re-paroled me to a rehab, inpatient rehab, outside rehab, it was co-ed. You know, that was still kind of on my mind, and it was just kind of, you know, I don't know, still kind of angry about finding out what I found out, and I wasn't really sure what was going to happen.
That's the guy I cheated with. You started the war.
And that's what I'm saying, started the war. I mean, it shouldn't be like that, tit for tat, you know what I mean?
But it's not tit for tat.
Yeah,
it is like
you started it.
No. It's not tit for tat. You give her no economic support, no emotional support, no parental support, no any of any kind. She is constantly spending her time and money dealing with you and all your negativity. You don't give her anything, nothing emotional, nothing at all. So she talked to somebody on Facebook, and you know what I mean. You have reasons for everything, but you can't get indignant about nothing because you're showing up not just nothing. You're like a black hole. You suck in all the light. You know what I mean? It's not like you're just like this ongoing negative thing in her life. You know, I mean, I'm surprised she hasn't done more. You with me? Not that it would be
really,
right.
Not really. I mean, the dude's sleeping with her. He ain't paying no bills. He ain't.
Neither are you.
Yeah, I mean, but how? I mean, how could I be so in the wrong whenever, you know what I'm saying? If that's a game, if it's a game, then I guess it's a game.
It's not a game. She's exhausted. She's tired of having to deal with you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you get me, though?
I get you.
It's worse than having another kid. She's supporting and dealing with all of the negative ramifications of a life with an addict.
Right.
Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it the way to handle it. But you need to understand the nature of the pressure she's under.
Right.
You with me?
Right.
Your wife says that one time when you were drunk, you told the kids to get away from you and that they weren't even yours. Is that accurate?
It wasn't. It didn't go down like that. Me and her was arguing, and I was trying to make a point. And with the kids, they surround us and like take up for her, you know what I mean, and start screaming at me, telling me, "Daddy, get out, get out!" And I'm like, you know what I mean. I might have said something like, you know, I don't know where that even came up. I mean, like, I don't.
But do you understand why they do that?
Yes, I mean, just. I haven't been around. Yeah, they're taking up for their mama, but when they don't really, you know, I mean, I'm not really. We're just arguing, you know what I mean?
You're the big bad boogeyman. You're the guy who comes home drunk. You're the guy who has accidents. You're the guy who doesn't pay anything. She is their life. She's the support if they need anything emotionally, physically, financially. She's there. And when the big bad boogeyman comes out from jail and starts yelling at the only thing that stands between them and being out on the street, they're going to defend her. It's scary being in a house with a guy that comes in and got an attitude and ugly and drunk. Been there, done that.
It's not even like that, though. I don't come in drunk with an attitude. Me and her start arguing about whatever. It's like the nagging starts, and then it's like, what, you know what I mean? I'll throw some phones on, jam some YouTube, and be like, all right, get away from me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she's still nagging to the point to where I do. You know, I'm like...
Gotcha. Let me tell you something, Mrs. Miller. My man doesn't even see what a pit of darkness he is in your life. And he doesn't seem remorseful. He seems indignant about any kind of needs that you have. Maybe you don't approach them appropriately, but he's indignant about them, not realizing how many darts he's thrown at you. You don't need to have one foot out of the door. You need to have both feet out the door, and you need to do it now. Don't expose your children to that anymore. He's not even trying anymore, and he needs to step on and step away and step into something else while you step into better. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Mr. Miller, I wish you the best of luck. I hope things get better for you. I don't know what kind of dark you're swimming through. I really don't. But first thing you have to be is man enough to see how much negativity you've brought to your wife. And then after that, I don't know what you can do, but at least try to do that. because you can do that. You know what I mean? Don't, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
This matter is adjourned.
Yeah, there's damage done, but I think it could be fixed, whether a therapist or a judge or anybody else says that it can't. You know what I mean? They're not us. They don't know. You know what I mean? So
If he doesn't change like right away, like, and step up and show me within a month or something, I'm out.
Today on Divorce Court.
Nicholas is a pathological liar.
I lie about any little thing. I may lie about the color of the sky. I want the judge to help me tell my wife, don't disrespect me at all, because that's a big thing in our relationship.
In order for us to be partners, you have to be willing to be in a partnership. And if you can't do that, then that puts the marriage in jeopardy.
We just need a little bit of tweaking in our marriage. We need to gain each other's trust back.
I feel like if you love me enough, you'll work forward. If I don't have what's best, then you're really hindering me and setting me back. At the end of the day, you're gonna lose your partner.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Nicholas Daniel and CeCe Daniel. Mr. and Mrs. Daniel, you have been together for 4 years, married for 2, and you have no children. But right now, your marriage is in trouble, so you've come to me for my help. Mr. Daniel, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Our marriage has been a little bit rocky. Having a lot of relationship problems. From the disrespect, I'm here today, first of all, because my wife keeps on disrespecting our marriage.
In what way?
She's disrespecting our marriage in a way of having constant contact with one of her ex, from getting penis pictures sent to her phone, constantly texting multiple people that I don't know about. I haven't never met them. I don't know anything about them. So I'm coming here today is seeking help.
Mrs. Daniel, are you getting pictures of other men's situations sent to your phone?
I have before, but he's also sending the same pictures that he's requested, talking about I'm getting. I can't.
Pardon me, say that again?
He's sending the same photos from other people that he's accusing me of getting.
So he sends pictures of his situation to other women?
I don't send pictures of my situation to no other men, so I don't understand what the problem is.
I don't understand what you told me. You admit to receiving pictures of other men's situation on your phone?
On my Facebook.
On your Facebook, okay. But you're also saying that by the same token, he sends pictures of his situation to other people.
That is correct.
Do you send pictures of your situation to other people?
Yes, ma'am, I have done it.
Why? I want to know.
But when it deals down with her, I feel like it's a get back. I feel like I should get back at her.
You can't get back something you started, though.
But did I really start that?
Okay.
Who sends you pictures of their situation and why? And do you check them once they do?
Well, I mean, I can't, if it's sent through a Facebook message, it's not like I can't stop it from coming. Like when somebody sends you a direct message, and that was a previous friend. I don't respond and send the same thing in return. But at the end of the day, he's saying, like, it's a get back. How can you get back something that you started, that you still constantly always have?
I started it.
You still constantly always have these females that hit me up on Facebook. I didn't know y'all were together. If this your man, then this is what's going on. I had one girl tell me about what color my couch was. Meanwhile, I'm at home working 2 and 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? Trying to provide for my family, and now I'm the bad guy. But when I go to communicate, it's a lot of anger issues, a lot of other issues that we're dealing with. And
do you believe she's actually seeing the ex? Do you really believe she's messing around? Or because people do send pictures of that around, and when they're unrequested.
Right.
So do you believe there's something that she's doing wrong?
Well, we made a pact in our marriage not to have contact with an ex. We done made a pact in our marriage about that. That's disrespectful when you're steady, ex or not. That's disrespectful from another guy when he know that she is married.
Yeah, but I've been disrespected.
Right.
But they got nothing to do with me. I don't want them pictures. You know what I mean? But you can't control who sends them. Now, you can block them once they do. So you can't get but so mad about that. The question I have for you is, are you talking to exes when you've already made a decision within the context of your union that that's not gonna happen?
It wasn't like that. We were talking about other stuff. And and then he says, well, these are people that I don't know. You've had the opportunity to meet them.
Why would I want to meet with one of your exes to talk to him and I don't know him? I don't want to introduce myself to an ex of yours.
He's a liar.
I'm a liar?
Okay. Speaking of that, you say in your papers that you believe your husband is a pathological liar.
He is.
Why do you believe that?
Because he lied about everything. He lied about his middle name being Rodriguez, and I found out it was Ross. He lied about he'll lie about the moon to be out. He'd be like, that's actually a sun over there in China. Like, you know, he lied about every single thing.
Tell me his two most outrageous lies.
His most outrageous lie he's ever told me, he put a family member, of course, that I had met on his dad's side, because I never met them, in the ground without them being dead. He said that his little brother had got murdered so he could go see another female, basically. Then find out about no obituary, no nothing. I'm trying to take off of work, you know, trying to explain.
What's going on?
Right, you know, I'm just trying to be there, be supportive. No, it's okay, I'm just going through a lot. You know, I know his background, all of this other stuff. Y'all laughing, but I can't make this up. This ain't no lies. And you know, I'm trying to be a supportive wife, blah, blah.
He's grieving. He's grieving.
And you know, as a wife, I'm just like, okay, well, if there's anything you need, you know, let me know. The next thing I know, I need a bus ticket from, you know, what was it?
Kansas.
Right, Kansas. Your family live in Georgia. What you doing in Kansas? Right. You might be going to get Toto or somebody. Anybody got time for that? No.
Mr. Daniel, did that happen?
Yes, ma'am. It did happen. Yes, ma'am.
So you got caught in that lie.
Yes, ma'am.
You got caught in that lie. Do you tend to tell falsehoods?
Yes, I do.
When they're convenient?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because I done had it done to me so many times in past current relationships, so I feel like I should lie to a female. Like, that's how it is. Like, I done had females a lot of me, so I do the same thing.
Oh, that's not good logic.
It's not.
It's not good logic at all. Mrs. Daniel, I want to hear a couple more stories about a couple more lies, and then we'll move on to the other issues that you had, because that was a good one. Ooh, you scaring me over there. You know, with all of that. You know, that really hurt her.
Yes, I do know, yes.
And you did tell everybody that.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Mrs. Daniel, tell me about another lie that Mr. Daniel told you.
Well, going back on the previous lie, I didn't know that his brother died from cancer too, because that's what he told the producers. And I'm like, I thought he said he was murdered. And this is another shock to me.
Oh, today?
Yes, today.
He told my people today that his brother died of cancer.
I looked on the paper, that thing said cancer, and I thought he said his brother got shot and got murdered. So I was just like, another surprise. So that's a surprise.
Mm-hmm. Give me one more, and then we'll let Mr. Daniel, if he has a good explanation, to give it to us.
The whole pregnancy issue about us trying to have a family and start a family.
What happened there?
Well, he says that, you know, and at the end of the day, we've both gone and did our separate things, you know what I mean? But we just said we wanted to have a family was one of the things. We don't have kids from anybody else.
Right.
So every doctor's appointment, I found me finally a good doctor in Virginia that, you know, would carry every doctor's appointment, whether it was a pap smear, ultrasound, I had to do blood work, all of that. He went with all my appointments with me to the doctors. And then she was like, Ms. Daniel, there's nothing wrong with you. You should just be able to, you know, you can lose a couple pounds. You know, I can afford, but, you know,
yeah,
I like pasta. And, and, you know, I even tried to drop, 10 pounds. I had dropped that. I was trying to do whatever he did. As you just said, you know, y'all both need to go on healthy lifestyles. Well, when and I told him, well, make sure you go get your other hand. We're a partnership. Let's go get you
checked out.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so he had said, one of the lies, he said, I already got it checked out when I was on the South Side. Didn't have it. Where the paperwork at? Didn't have it. So then I made sure the next time I went to the doctor, she set him up for an appointment. And then a couple of weeks or so after that, she gave us a call. And I'm like, put it on speakerphone. We're in the living room. And she's like, oh, this is okay. This is okay. This is okay. But they're shaped incorrectly. And she was saying that might give us difficulty. Now, I understand, like, the dynamics of how that can be towards a man and different things like that. So instead of being like, you're the reason, you know, I try to be supportive. I went and did research. I went to the little GNCs. Let's up your iron count. Let's look at zinc. Let's look at different methods. And then come to find out he still was walking around and be like, well, you know, she had one of them exes that, you know, I don't know what she was doing before. And maybe that's really the reason why. And as somebody who really wants to be a mother, probably more than anything in life, that hurt me because I'm like, clearly I went and took you to the doctor's appointment so you could know what was going on.
Mr. Daniel, I am not going to rag you about whatever going on, but did you lie about her being the reason that you couldn't have children and impugn her character in so doing?
No, I did not. She's saying it like I told the whole world. No, I did not. I told her exactly herself, like, it might be you that can't have kids because of your last pregnancy or whatever happened with your ex. That's what I told her. I didn't go out blabbing it to the world.
But once the doctor told you both that that was not the case, did you let that go?
No, I didn't.
Well, why would you not let it go when you know for a fact that isn't the case?
Why I didn't let it go? Because I done had my own experience with a last female that I did have sexual contact with. Definitely told me, you know, she was having a baby by me.
So somebody else has your baby?
Well, no, currently no, because I told him not to. Currently, no.
But you don't know that. You don't know if that but you know specifically what the doctor told you.
Right, yes, ma'am.
Ooh, you scaring me over there. You know, with all of that. You know, that really hurt her.
Yes, I do know, yes.
And you did tell everybody that.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Wonderful.
Welcome to my world.
Now that we've discussed all of that, my understanding, Mrs. Daniel, is you believe that Mr. Daniel has a terrible problem with his temper, and you say that's affecting your marriage. So that's what I want to talk about next. What kind of things does she do that remind you of this uproarious upbringing?
The yelling at me, calling me out my name from different words to the B to every word in the book.
Are you disrespectful to him when you're encouraging him? So, Mrs. Daniel, tell me about Mr. Daniel's anger.
It's irate, it's unpredictable. If we could be arguing about, I asked you to go get me a sausage biscuit and you went and got a McGriddle, and then he mad, and then it's usually provoked more so when I'm like trying to talk to him about the goals, about different things that I'm asking, and I'm, you know, putting some pressure because I need the pressure, like financial goals, like, hey, I need, you know, you to do this, and it just, no, you're lying, like how you've seen before. And then next thing you know, it might be my TV, boom, it's a hole through the TV.
Do you have an explosive temper, Mr. Daniel?
Yes, ma'am. I definitely do have an explosive temper, and it tempts from the fact of me growing up as a young child, having family members abuse me physically and mentally.
Right.
And she does things to me, she says things to me that makes me just like see a family member in that, so I have the tendencies to lash out.
Yeah, okay, what kind of things does she do that reminds you of this uproarious upbringing?
The yelling at me, calling me out my name from different words to the B to every word in the book. You know, she calls me that.
Are you disrespectful to him when you're encouraging him?
Well, by that time I'm mad.
Yeah,
by that time I'm mad.
Yes.
I'm not gonna get, you know, I'm not getting any response. I'm like, I'm talking to you, and then I hate being ignored. That's just my one. That's my trigger.
You know, you can't harp a man into being higher. You can't chip at him and expect him to get bigger. That never works out. It just doesn't work out. What kinds of things has he broken in fits of temper?
Let me see if I got some evidence here. I got holes in the walls.
Do you know how scary it is to live in a house when somebody does that?
Yes.
Do you feel that you need to do something about that? Other than exhibit your anger, you might need to temper it a little bit?
Yes, I have. Yes.
I don't believe you.
No, I done actually had counseling. Back growing up, I was ADHD, so my temper, it is horrible, but...
Has he gotten help for it?
No, ma'am, because that was one of the stipulations I asked him to do. Find the people so you can get back on your meds if that's what you need.
Have you seen somebody about getting your temper taken care of?
Yes.
When was the last time you did that?
When me and her went to counseling.
When?
5 months ago.
Is that true?
Not for a temper. That was like a marriage counseling.
A marriage counselor?
Yeah, it was like through a church
Did the
retreat.
marriage counselor tell you to get some help with your temper?
Yes, he did.
And did you do anything about it?
No, I didn't. Because I don't feel like I need to be on medicine. I don't.
I didn't say medicine.
Yeah.
I said something about your temper.
No, ma'am,
He's even lost jobs over the temper.
Tell me what happened. How did he lose jobs over his temper?
Calling, other people saying, I learned this today too. Got fired from McDonald's. Somebody said, hey, can you mop the floor? I ain't mopping the floor. Then called them a derogatory name, like things like that, like you losing. And I mean, I know because I've even worked with him before. That's one of the reasons how we met. But even at a new job, I'm like, just wear a hat. It's a stipulation, it's a policy, a health code.
Just do it.
He was like, I don't need this. Yes, you do. Because this ain't married. I'm not married. That's not Kendall. I'm not doing all of that.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not paying. Sorry. Not sorry.
I want to talk now, since we're talking about the jobs that he's quit, lost, fired, otherwise doesn't have anymore. What is the state of your finances and how is it affecting your marriage? I just want to ask you quickly, do you see what the temper and the getting fired thing is doing to her sense of security?
Yes, ma'am, I surely do. Yes, ma'am.
And what do you intend to do about it? How are you going to be a husband who anchors the home?
Well, currently right now, speaking of finances, I am, as soon as we get back home, I definitely do have a job that I start. So.
But there's no point in getting a job if you don't have enough control over your emotional life to keep the job.
Thank God.
So my question to you is, what are you doing to make yourself capable to anchor your home?
Well, currently right now, I just, I talk to myself, not nothing crazy or nothing, but I talk to myself and I think to myself. Like, whenever I feel like that I'm going to be angry, I just, keep myself actually calm. But lately, I haven't been having to worry about my temper getting out of control, though. But I'm definitely going to seek help for it.
Yeah. Mr. Daniel, let me say this to you. I think you're a good guy. I think you're a good guy that had a rocky upbringing and had issues. I had a rocky upbringing and had issues. And I'm going to tell you something. My psychologist is my favorite person.
Right.
Outside of my family. If something's going wrong in my head, I'm going to be the first person to know about it. I am not going to let whoever did whatever to me in my past or whatever genetic propensities that I may have dictate my dollar. I'm going to dictate my dollar. I'm not going to let it happen.
Right.
And on the low, I think you're probably a great guy. I think you're probably a good, kind individual. But you letting the least of you run you.
Right.
Don't let the least of you dictate your day and manage your emotional life. And the first thing you need to do is go see somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't make you soft. Don't make you small. Don't make you, you know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
It'll turn around and make you a captain. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to be a captain. You with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Love it enough to do the right thing, and I think you're going to make it. You are so cool. You are so strong. But be so dedicated to your own center and your own self. Don't just take anything. And he has to understand, absent change, absent betterment, absent a sense of security in your own home, you will, in fact, be absent. Good luck to the both of you. This matter is adjourned.
For me to stay with Nicholas, I would need to see drastic change immediately, and to him to go get that necessary help that she suggested, that she and I've suggested he do, and to be able to definitely keep a job for over 6 months.
It's very important for me to save this marriage because that's the woman who I want to be with. That's the woman that I've been with for the last 4 years. So I definitely want to keep our marriage going on. I definitely want to be with her for the rest of my life.
Today on Divorce Court.
Taekwon and I are having a baby. I do not understand why Taekwon would reach out to another woman.
I feel the need to flirt because I don't want to feel like a caged animal with talking to nobody.
Taekwon is a sexist.
My mom always did most of the things for her man, so I believe Tanasia should do the same.
I want the judge to give us guidance in our relationship to see if we have a chance to fix it, and also to make sure that he wants to be in the relationship, especially before the baby comes.
If we don't stay together, we'd be the best co-parents ever.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Tanasia Harris and Taquan Swaby. The two of you have been dating for 14 months. You're 6 months pregnant with his child, and you're here on a before your vows. You want to get married, but you're concerned as to whether or not it's the appropriate thing to do. So you came to me, you filled out my compatibility test. I read it, passed out. Joe put some water on, got back up, then I came out here to see you. You gave me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. Ms. Harris, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here today?
Okay. Taekwon and I met at work. At first, when I first met him, I didn't really like him. He was the new guy, very arrogant, stuck up. Technically, nobody liked him at the job because of his attitude. So I actually got to know him on our way commuting home. I met him knowing him outside of work, learned more about him. I still didn't want to date him because we were at work. But once he told me that he was transferring jobs, I decided for us to start dating. He was open that he was in a previous relationship before, and I told him I was dealing with someone as well, but it wasn't working out. So for reinsurance, we were in the car, and he contacted the female he was dealing with. On speakerphone, he told the female, he had to end it. He met someone that he wanted to, deal with on a different level. She started crying, begging, please, why? And he was explaining to her that, he met someone new. She was crying, yelling. He hung up the phone. We continued the commute. She kept calling. I did feel a little bad, so I told him to answer the phone. She was basically saying, what could she do to make things better? She could change. And we ended it from there.
That hurt me. And I'm over here. Mr. Swaby, I take it that's an accurate recitation of that event.
Yeah, it is. Actually, this female, she just doesn't want to stop. I mean, she will call me nonstop 900 times throughout a day. It's ridiculous.
You said in your paperwork that this particular woman who keeps calling has a lot of disposable income, and as a function thereof will pay you $200 to $300 to speak to her, and that you take that $200 to $300.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that's why she keeps calling. I'm just telling you, you can't act annoyed if you're taking money from her to see her. That's the price of admission.
Being a man, and of course, I want to be the man and run and have money. I have bills to pay. I have 2 other daughters I have to take care of. So
being a man, don't take money from a woman. Being a man, you go out and make your own.
I mean, but it's free money. It's free money. It's been a point of time, like around my birthday, me and her went to Atlantic City. One of the best 2 days of my life, but it ended crazy. I mean,
what happened?
She kept calling. Me and her's intoxicated. We about to, do the nasty. But, yeah, it was cut short. I didn't get a chance to fully enjoy my birthday. So within that week, we went home. Of course, the ride home 3-4 hours, horrible. I mean, it was nag all throughout, and it was crazy. So within that same week, I still wanted to, get down, and she contacted me.
You don't have to move every time you refer to sex. You can just kind of stand there.
So she contacted me and 900 times again, and I gave in. One of the times I picked up the phone, and she kind of explained to me she just wanted to tell me happy birthday and all this stuff, and she wanted me to come keep her company. And in return, she would give me $400. Like I said, I have bills, I have 2 kids to take care of. That's free money just to come hang out. Why not?
It's not free money. It costs you 900 phone calls a day. That's how much it's cost. It costs you that vacation to Atlantic City. It's not free. There's no such thing as free. You got me?
I got you.
Were you aware that he was taking money from this woman in order to continue contact?
If I was aware that he was taking money from her, I would have never even continued. It was further brought to my attention when she sent me pictures of them in the hotel room.
You didn't leave him, though. That's the part. Right there. What did he say? How did he convince you to stay?
So what happened was I brought it to his attention because I asked him, did you have sex with the girl? He lied. He said no. And what I did was I just continued to badger him because I had the pictures. I was waiting to see if he would admit it. So I showed him the pictures. Yeah. And then he started to admit it, and he told me about the money situation, and I did the same thing you did. Get your money yourself. Why do you have to belittle yourself to have sexual contact? That's still opening the door for her.
Yeah. You did do the same thing I did. Now, see, had I been you, I wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered, because he would have been in my rearview mirror. I don't know. Can you explain to me why you fight so hard to find the facts? The facts tell you that he's not true, and you stay anyway. Explain that.
I don't know. I thought, it was
if you're gonna play a fool, why no? You know what I mean? Why you keep looking? If it's not gonna do anything, it's not gonna prompt you to leave. What you looking for?
True.
I mean, I believe I'm irresistible. Females take a liking to me. What can I say? But after the pictures were sent, she seen the pictures. Yes, she did. The reason it was sent, to my knowledge, was because she started to get mad at me because I wasn't interacting with her how she wanted me to. So after she gave me this money, she thought it was just going to be, okay, I'm going to come back and we're going to... No, I still was doing the same thing because I still wanted to be with her. I love her dearly, And then things started to get crazy after the pictures. I mean, it just started to get absolutely insane to where living in a household with her just became... just coexisting with each other.
Because she was angry all the time.
Yeah, yep. she was angry. She was very much angry.
So I want to talk about that anger because at some point that anger took the form of you reaching out to an ex.
Her phone blows up.
Right.
My antennas go off. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Who's hitting you? Who?
But he has no problem with females calling his phone at 4 in the morning.
I'm reading what's going on. It was more flirting and how she loves. She even wrote, "I love you" to him. He writes, the baby should have been his.
So tell me about reaching out to that ex. Why and what happened?
So, of course, I was upset that I found out Taekwon was dealing with the ex. So I reached out to a guy that I was dealing with via text message. Just basically nothing sexual, anything. We didn't meet up. It was via text message, asked him how's he doing, and everything like that.
Tanisha, don't lie. It was more
What happened? What do you think happened?
Now, it's totally dark in our apartment. We're laying there. I'm up, Her phone blows up.
Right.
My antennas go off. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Who's hitting
calling?
you? Who?
But he has no problem with females calling his phone at 4 in the morning.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Swabby. Go ahead.
So 2 o'clock in the morning, it's 2 o'clock, and then I look up the phone. She didn't know I had her password, so I kindly put it in. And I'm reading what's going on. It was more flirting and how she loves. She even wrote, "I love you" to him.
No.
And that completely took me off. On top of that, then he writes, because she is pregnant, he writes, this recently just happened, he writes, the baby should have been his. Now,
I can't control what someone texts me, and if you've seen the messages, I told him to stop. Don't say anything like that.
No, that's wrong. Her response to that, after he wrote that, was LOL. Laughing out loud. Meaning she was laughing at the situation and didn't really nip it in the butt.
The reason why I wrote that, because I didn't want to be too mean, so I just was like, LOL.
But I understand that you talked to him. Did you not man to man?
Man to man.
How did that conversation go?
Where I come from, we handle things man to man,
Right.
So, yes, I spoke to him man to man, and I explained to him, listen, y'all two don't have no ties together. Not like you have a child or y'all live close, y'all see each other. No. So there's no reason y'all have any communication whatsoever. And he was like, yeah, but there is no but. Just don't talk to her.
How can he say something when he's the one still speaking to his ex?
Let's ask him about that.
Yes.
See,
there's a double standard there, yes?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Do you stand by that as a principle that there should be a double standard? Because that may be your belief system.
Yes, that's it. That is my belief system. Growing up in a home, I believe a female is not supposed to do certain things and supposed to do certain things. Now, in that particular situation, I'm a male. We don't take our feelings into stuff that happened. Like, cheating or something flirting or stuff that happened. Females, y'all put y'all love into it, y'all feelings. So them texts wasn't sent just to send a text. It was sent with love into it. That's why she wrote, I love you. And I saw the passion behind it. Yeah, it's just a text, but I saw the passion and it hurt me. I have feelings too.
How can he say that when, lastly, a couple months ago, if I wasn't mistaken, wasn't there another female that you reached out to?
Yeah, you did mention that in here, Mr. Swaby. Can you tell us what happened with this other young lady?
I did it solely because at home, it's like she doesn't to my needs. So I feel like I have to go out and find it.
What needs is she not fulfilling?
For one, she doesn't cook.
Mm-hmm.
2, I get no oral sex. I love oral sex.
Your Honor,
I love it.
In the beginning of our relationship, I disclosed to him that I wasn't into that. So he had the opportunity
But she
to turn
did it
around.
once when I kissed up to her, when I kiss up to her, she'll eventually, you know, gotta kiss her with the roses. And she'll eventually, you know.
I understand completely. Do you two live together?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the compatibility test because I passed out about that, and then I'm gonna say what I got to say. I asked him to list 5 things he didn't like about his intended. Not a cooker, not sexual, simple-minded, and she loves attention.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is forever. He thinks you simple-minded, and he don't want to give you no attention. I went through your compatibility test, and it, pretty much showed up who you are and what you are. But I got a whole bunch of stars and flags. And if I could really draw, I would draw a picture of a woman passed out on the floor next to what he wrote. I asked him to list 5 things he didn't like about his intended. You want to know what he said?
Please tell me.
Not a cooker. We know that. Not sexual. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Simple-minded. Doesn't perform oral sex. Same thing twice. So we know what he's interested in.
So what does that tell you?
We know who he is. And she loves attention.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is forever. Marriage is, I'm bringing a man into my life, into my heart, into my home, and he's going to give me what I need. He thinks you simple-minded, and he don't want to give you no attention. Red flags, stars, lightning, boom. That said, that wasn't the deepest thing I saw. I asked the question, is there anything your intended spouse should know before you get married that they don't already know about you? And you want to know what he said?
What?
I love to have sex with new females. The operative word is new. You are no longer new, nor will you ever be new again. He's telling you he can't be faithful to you. He's telling you that. This is what he believes. He's not remorseful. He doesn't think he's wrong. He thinks he's entitled. And until you change your comfort level about your sexuality, it won't change. That's one thing. You can always do that, but you could never be new again.
Every dog has his day. I'm gonna change one day. She gotta accept it.
Hallelujah. Did you hear him?
Yep.
Every dog has his day. There's gonna be a new one. You've got to accept it. He's coming here straight up, clean, correct, and honest. You gotta be woman enough to say, that's not enough for me. You gotta be woman enough to say, I'm not gonna do that. Mr. Swaby, you're having a baby with her. I don't know if it's a girl or if it's a boy.
It's a boy.
A boy.
My first boy. I love it. As I told her, I want the whole family picture, the white picket fence with the big dog running around playing with my son,
But you don't want to
to
be a faithful husband.
No, I actually do, but she doesn't want to do the things that I need to be done.
That has nothing to do with new.
Needs.
See, he's backing up off of his position. He was a man for a minute there, but he's backing off of his position. He's trying to talk around what I just told you. He's trying to talk around what he told me 3-4 times in this piece of paper. Now you know. Now you know who he is. The question is, what are you going to do about it? So what do you have to say, Ms. Harris?
I mean, I have asked him, you know, do you want a relationship based? And he will always say yes. And I said, well, your actions don't lead up to what you're telling me. But based on what he's saying, we can't fix it. I told him from the beginning what I wasn't going to do sexually. And if he can't understand that, then the best thing for us to do is just co-parent.
Yeah. You do know he has 2 children with 2 other women.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a pattern for him. This is a pattern. He gets a woman, he gets involved, she gets pregnant, he stays connected, and he keeps moving. This is what he does. This is who he is. Now, when he leaves here today, he's going to tell you it ain't like that. He's going to sell you the picture of the picket fence. He's going to tell you he can be a right guy. He's going to tell you all that, but ain't none of it true.
I got the gift of gab, Your Honor. I got the gift of gab.
And he thinks it's funny. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He thinks your heart breaking is funny, because I know your heart's breaking. I can feel it from here. He don't feel nothing. And he thinks it's humorous. Mr. Swaby, if history is any teacher, you are going to go from pillar to post knocking up girls who don't know any better. You're going to have a whole sea of kids out there that you're not really taking care of because you got too many to take care of. And you're going to stand around and you're going to call yourself a man and you're going to feel like a man. But let me tell you something. You're a boy with a bad idea. You're a boy with an image of what it is to be a man, but you'll never get there. A man denies himself what he wants and what he needs, so he takes care of what he has to do. He worries about his people, his life, his family, his culture, his race. He worries about all of that. And he takes care of all of that before he takes care of himself. Boys cannot do that. You are a boy, you will remain a boy until you decide to do those things that men do, which is care for others more than you care for yourself. Move on, walk on, run, you know, whatever. I get your marriage certificate, you know, burn it up, all of that. All of that. I know you're going to go back to him. I know it.
No.
I know it. Prove me wrong. I'm going to have him call you. Prove me wrong.
Love is love.
He ain't going to change. You with me?
Yes.
This matter is adjourned.
The judge thinks I'm going to stay. I'm definitely going to prove her wrong. Based on everything that was said, there's no way I could stay, baby or not.
I mean, I had the gift of gab, so I do believe I could convince her to take back this relationship. But if not, then just got to go separate ways, and I'll be the best parents ever.
Today on Divorce Court.
When Wayne drinks, he's very obnoxious.
If I had one drink, she would think I'm an alcoholic.
Because of Wayne's drinking, I have lost my apartment, some very good friends of mine, my family, career. I took a bullet for him. He needs to get help.
I thought about marrying Linda, but I don't believe that we're ready yet. When we have arguments, it's like fire versus fire between Linda and I. You just can't put it out.
If he doesn't change, then we're gonna be over.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Linda Smith and Wayne Covington. The two of you have been together for a year and a half. You do not have any children together, but your relationship is in trouble. Ms. Smith, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, Wayne has a huge drinking problem, and it's hurting other people, and he doesn't realize it's hurting himself. Like, for instance, 8 months ago, we went to a party in Stockton, and it was loud, and crazy.
Boisterous, a lot going on.
Yes. And so Wayne, he was drunk and he was being loud saying, oh, I can take on anybody, just start causing problems. And one guy came up to him and had a shotgun to his face. And so he hit him in the head. And after that, like, I was trying to
The other guy hit him in the head.
Yeah, the other guy hit him in the head. And then a fight broke out. And so after that, like, I tried to calm everybody down. One of the guys turned towards me and shot me in my foot. And after that, I saw them, like, the guys, they tried to get in the way. It's like, tried to beat him up some more. And I kind of took that opportunity to get help. And when I was...
Shot in the foot and you went to get help?
Yes.
And you were drunk, scuffling. Is this true, Mr. Covington?
Correct.
Okay. Do you remember that incident, or is this not...
I remember.
Nothing in there. You remember that? Remember her getting shot?
It happened.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. Did you feel badly about that?
I did. I did feel bad.
Yeah. Do you remember what you were beefing about? Not that it matters, because you were drinking.
First, so I don't consider myself a drunk. And I did get drunk that night, but we shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Why shouldn't you have been there in the first place?
I told her I had a real bad gut feeling about going. So.
So why didn't you just not go?
She was the only... I was the only ride she had there.
Uh-huh. So it's her fault.
It's her fault while we were there, but it's my fault why I was...
If you had a bad feeling about going someplace, wouldn't it behoove you to stay sober while you were there because you had thoughts that things might not turn out well? I'm just asking.
It was a party, though.
Everybody
was wrecked.
Do you think you have any problem with alcohol at all?
Well, yes.
Yeah, okay. How much do you drink on average?
I used to drink. I don't drink anymore.
Okay. You don't drink at all?
At all.
When you were drinking, how much were you drinking?
I would consume maybe a pint a day, maybe every other day.
A pint of what? A pint of beer?
Like Remy.
Oh, a pint of cognac?
Yeah, cognac.
Well, that's a lot of cognac, isn't it?
Yeah, I was fine, but I felt fine.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Miss Smith, do you agree with him that he has in fact quit drinking, or is he telling me an untruth?
He's telling you an untruth, Your Honor.
How often does he drink now?
Well, he still drinks every day, but like it's not like
he doesn't get drunk every day.
We're not drunk every day. It's like more of a tipsy type. It's kind of hard to explain, Your Honor. Okay. Like, it's for instance, like after my shooting, right after I got shot in my foot,
right.
I was in a wheelchair and they sent me home. He had his friends over and they was drinking, and they was being loud and obnoxious.
Right.
And so I woke up. I was on very heavy medication.
Sure. Yeah.
So
you've been shot.
To be woke up from that, So I wheeled myself to the room, and I see his friends there. Your Honor, I do not like his friends at all, and I told him so many times I don't like his friends. They always be disruptive. One of them pretended to have a seizure and drool and spit on my floor when my son plays. And so I told him, I'm like, I told you I don't want them here. He told me to go wheel myself back to the bed. And so...
Was he drunk?
Yes, he was.
Mr. Covington, did that occur?
Yes, it did.
Okay. You say that you haven't been drinking recently.
Recently.
Okay. Have you been drinking since you came to L.A. to come to this show?
Yes.
So how was it? And did you get drunk here in L.A.?
No, I did not.
But you've been drinking here. Was he drunk?
Yes.
That's not true.
You know, if I've heard about it, something went wrong. You know what I mean? If I know you weren't at the hotel playing Parcheesi.
No, I wasn't. I was not drunk out here.
You were not drunk?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
But you're still drinking?
Time to time.
Yeah. How much did you have to drink here in L.A.?
I just had a few beers.
A few beers?
Like 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
She can't even stop laughing.
You see, Your Honor, any beer, like it could be one beer, that's a lot to her because she really doesn't drink. So she doesn't know.
She knows more than you do because you don't know what you do when you're drunk. You don't know how because drunks always think they're a whole lot more reasonable than they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah? I like you, Mr. Covington. I don't know why. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, no. I'm having a bad day today. I really am. I find you disarmingly charming. Mr. Covington, what is your biggest problem with Miss Smith?
She makes it hard for me to trust her because she's so social. Everywhere we go, she knows somebody. No matter what city it's in. She knows somebody. Like, I'm surprised she didn't know anybody out here. You know?
Yeah. And give me an example of something that caused you to be upset or concerned about how sociable she is.
Well, most recently, I caught her talking to her ex.
The thing is, at that time, I was still debating if I still wanted to be with Wayne or not because of the action he had caused. Like accusing me of having someone inside of my room when it was just like a black sheet. He had me call him and stuff. He had me video chat him. He told me to let him see the whole entire room. And he thought my son was some other guy, which he's only 2 years old.
So I take it we have an issue with jealousy, Ms. Smith, and that's where I'm going to go next. I'm going to find out what your concerns are in that regard, and then we're going to ask Mr. Covington why he's concerned.
You know, I took that as disrespect. So they left, and then me and her got into an argument about that.
Right.
And then that's when she broke my phone.
Right.
So then I got mad, and so I broke her laptop. So we just go back and forth.
So, Ms. Smith, is Mr. Covington generally a jealous person, or is he only jealous when he drinks? What's going on with that?
Wayne, he's generally jealous. Like, I had a family friend. He is gay, and I've been knowing him since way before Wayne. And he don't want me hanging out with him because he feels like he's faking being gay.
Okay, Mr. Covington. So tell me about that, Mr. Covington. Do you believe?
No.
Do you believe that this guy is fake gay?
No,
Or
that's
what?
not even it.
Huh?
That's not even it.
Oh, you tell me what it is then.
It's that she has more guy friends than I do. And so it makes me curious because she says they're gay and I might see them. They don't seem gay to me. So what am I supposed to think when she has more guy friends than I do?
You haven't even met them.
I have met them.
No, you haven't. Like like me and my family friend, we talked this, so we said, hey, let's do a double date. Me and your boyfriend and me and mine. I was like, okay, that sounds cool. I talked to him about it. Oh, I don't want to. Why not? Because that's just weird. That's
Mr. Covington, did that occur?
Yes, it did.
Okay. You're killing me, Mr. Covington. I'm not mad or anything. You're a very interesting guy. We've been talking about you for a while, so I'm going to stop talking about you, and I'm going to ask you to talk about her. What is your number one issue with Miss Smith?
Her being so social. Her being so outgoing.
Outgoing and social. I understand she also has an anger problem.
Yeah, she does have an anger problem.
Tell me about that.
I call it feisty.
Okay.
She's explosive. We can have any argument, and she's ready to fight. She throws things. She reminds me like a kid in like a ball pit, you know? Mm-hmm. Like a toddler.
Yeah. Give me an example of something she went off about that just really wasn't worth it.
My friends being over, we were having a party. Mm-hmm. And we were being noisy, playing video games and drinking. And instead of her coming like an adult woman and pull me aside and tell me to quiet down or leave, she exploded in front of my friends, embarrassing me. And so, you know, I took that as disrespect. So they left, and then me and her got into an argument about that.
Right.
And then that's when she broke my phone.
Right.
So then I got mad, and so I broke her laptop. So we just go back and forth. And
Ms. Smith, when you came out, when you wheeled yourself out there in that wheelchair, after having gotten shot in the foot, Did you come out all crooked and with an attitude?
Yes, Your Honor, but it wasn't. It's like I've been told him that I do not like his friends. His friends has always been like disrespecting me, and he allows it.
Mr. Covington, just on as a practical matter, you know, you got the woman shot a couple of weeks beforehand. You know she doesn't like your friends. And you bring them over and you're loud and raucous when she's trying to recover from a gunshot wound. Wouldn't you think that, hey, maybe this is a time to behave myself a little better because she's been through a lot?
No, because she was still up. She was still up, and I tried to get her to join the party instead of, you know, being in there alone.
How old are you, Mr. Covington?
25.
You're 25? And you're 24?
Yes.
You're awfully young.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you a question, Ms. Smith.
Yes.
And I want you to take a moment to think about it before you answer. If all this has gone wrong in the first year of being with him, what is it you're hoping to accomplish? You're 24 years old, you got a kid, you're hanging on to a guy who drinks too much. Now, see, me, if I was your mother, I'd pop you in the back of the head and tell you to leave. That's what I would do. So you got to answer me, Ms. Smith. What is it you're hoping to accomplish? Because I got to know which way to steer this boat.
Getting him some help from his drinking, because it's a really big problem. And he's hurting those who actually really cared for him and who's trying to be there.
Okay. I also understand that you two have financial difficulties. Who wants to tell me about those?
First of all, she's not employed. I'm the only one that's employed. I give her money weekly. And we see each other maybe once a week. And when I see her, she's broke. And so that kind of irks me because she spends it on hair extensions, nails, jewelry, all a bunch of stuff that she could be saving for us to get us a place. And I just feel like it's all on me. And she complains about me being an alcoholic, and I feel like she's a shopaholic.
Gotcha. Ms. Smith, you're unemployed, correct?
Yes, I'm a student.
You're a student.
Yes.
So you're going to school.
Yeah, and I have like a little part-time job.
Little part-time job. You guys are not living together?
No.
Does he help support you?
Yes, sometimes. And I do too. It's like a half and half. He supports me, and then I support him when he doesn't have it.
Right. So you guys are you spending money on things like hair and nails and weave and all that?
You see, Your Honor, I spend my money on, clothes, hair, wig, nails. That's because the type of job that I do, I have to look nice. And
what do you do?
I work in the restaurant industry. And also,
You don't have to have nails for that. You really don't.
Right.
I know, that's just pampering because, I'm a single mom, so it's like...
She likes to look good.
My nails, at least,
Nails and hair and all that. You can always look presentable without spending hundreds of dollars on other people's hair and stuff like that.
I understand.
You really
that,
can.
But it's like I spend also to make myself happy, but I don't only spend for myself, I spend for my son too. I buy him diapers, I buy him clothes, I buy him everything he needs.
Yeah, but you can't afford, the diapers are necessary, the hair is not. That's all I'm trying to say. You're 24 years old, you got a kid, you're hanging on to a guy who drinks too much. Now see me, if I was your mother, I'd pop you in the back of the head and tell you to leave. That's what I would do. And I mean, I know this isn't what you came here for, but I sit here, you've been here together for a year. You got nothing invested in one another. You got a bullet in the foot. You got somebody else's kid. You're going to school. Why fight to stay in a relationship with someone who has a drinking problem? Are you with me?
Yes.
I'm not mad at you, Mr. Covington, but are you with me?
Yes.
I know you guys aren't going to leave one another, so I'll give you the advice you came for. But that's the advice I want to give. You two are very lovely young people. I'm so excited that you're in school. I'm so excited that, you know, you've got a job and that you're working and that you do things. You need to get a handle on this liquor thing. Your liver, by the time you're 40, going to be hollering at you, talking about what the heck did you do that to me for? And, I'm not going to say I went through school, didn't drink or whatever. I did do all of that kind of stuff, but you got to have it at a level where you can control it, because it gets ahead of you before you know it. And if you're in a situation where you believe that you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof when you drink, you can get hurt or get somebody else hurt. So your drinking is not just a problem for your liver. It's not just a problem because it can become an addiction. It's a problem because it can get you killed, because you're the kind of drunk who starts trouble and you can't accommodate it. What I would do would put down the cognac, go to school in addition to working. I wasn't worried about having a girlfriend right now. Really isn't that important. You know what I mean? Because you have a life that has to be of a certain size and a certain breadth and a certain depth in order to be anything. I don't want you to have old married people problems as young people. Do you know, you with me? And Miss Smith, I'm telling you, don't be one of these women who hangs on to a dude because it's the dude that you got and you feel like if you let him get away, your life goes with him. You know what I mean? Don't get a dude that's a problem. They're going to be enough trouble later on, trust me. But don't get a guy that's a problem out the gate. You got other things to do. You've got other places to be. You've got to catch up to square one because you got a little person on your hip. I don't think y'all need to be together. I'm not going to give you advice on how to stay together because I don't think that's something you need to do. Everybody looking to get hooked up, you should look to get educated, lifted up. You know what I'm saying? And I know you came to divorce court, and I know you love each other, and I know you're not going to pay attention to a word I said, but I feel better because I said it. This matter is adjourned.
After listening to the judge today, it really opened up my eyes. I'm going to give him one more chance after this. If he messes up, then I'm just going to go forth and continue on my life.
The judge says I shouldn't be in a relationship, but you know what? I want to prove her wrong and just do it how I can.